Hi everybody, welcome to Cloud Sprint. Today while working on cloud, you really come across a situation where you need to present your ideas to your team, to your client, to your customers, or to your security team. As you know, a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. It definitely makes sense to put your ideas on a diagram and then go ahead to any meeting. That will be very easier for next person to understand what you're trying to say, and it will be easier for you to explain as well. While working, I use this tool day in and day out, and I really thought that I should cover this because while you work on your projects, it will be really useful for you too. In this video, I will be creating one end-to-end application where how you can draw it from scratch and what are the offerings this tool has. I highly recommend you watch this full video because this is going to add to your productivity a lot. If you want more of such content, consider subscribing to my channel. Do check out my playlist of GCP if you want to learn GCP, DevOps, and other productivity videos about cloud area. Without any delay, let's get started. For that, first of all, you need to open this URL, app.diagrams.net. Once you open this page, you will be redirected to a page like this. Let's check the menu. You need to save your work before you start so you do not lose anything. All these options can be used to save. For now, we'll just save it in local, just device. Just to check the menu, you can open your existing files also. If you have already saved from your local or from any URL, you can open recent, you can import, export. We will go through all these details one by one. For now, in the left side, what you see is your options. If you want to create for AWS, you can use AWS. If you're Azure, you can create it on Azure. If you're using GCP, you can use it on GCP. For this example, we will take one of the example for GCP. If you want to add something, suppose you like these clip arts, you like this Android, like you need to work on few components of Android, you just need to check it. Like I like site map, I like mockups. Yep, I'll just check on mockups, apply, and go back and check mockups is added in this list. By default, everything is not there. You can just add and delete as per your need. It has humongous offerings, so you can just choose as per your need. And this is your page. A4 sheet is default. You can go to style, you can change background, the shape type, default color scheme. For this example, we'll just go ahead with the default. Okay, we just click on default. You can change the design to style to sketch. You see, everything is coming as sketch. It can be done as rounded or curved or default, which is straight. Generally, we prefer the straight one. That's why I'm going to uncheck curved as well. Now, the next step is to create something. As I said that I will be doing something with GCP. So let's create zone. So I want to create, first of all, a bigger boundary so that is like boundary of your organization. You want to showcase that everything, whatever is happening, is inside this particular Google Cloud project. Let me write it the organization name, which is Cloud Sprint. Okay, you can resize it as bigger as you want to. Then the first thing I want to add is compute. You can see this is the logo offered from them. I want the name. I want to put the name also, so I'll delete it. You can move it freely anywhere as you like. Next component, I'll go to storage. So here you'll see that this platform already have everything categorized, so it's easier while you work with it. You can also choose persistent disks. For example, I want to use that in my diagram because VM will save data somewhere. So I just drag these three things. Next thing I want to drag is VPC because everything is created under that VPC. So I'll just drag that. Next thing I need is to suppose user traffic. All the networking offerings is here. I mean, whatever you think of, you'll get in here. So when you know what you're designing, it's very easy to drag and drop from here. For now, I just need a load balancer. So let me find a load balancer quickly. and let me drag it here. So yeah, now I'm going to drag it and put it in between, because this will work as a bridge between internal application and external world. Now I need a SQL. I'll go to database, drag and drop it. So I think I have so far basic components available to let my app work. Let me get a user also, so maybe an actor who is going to use it. Okay, if you want to add some text, like you can shift by controlling all, you can group, ungroup. Okay, these kind of features are available here. Now let's do the categorize it properly. So you can duplicate it also while clicking on something. So let me duplicate one more VM. Why? We will just see that now. So I have all the components ready. The next thing I want to do is ensure the communication between them, showcase that how they are going to communicate. So first of all, anybody will open a website. If you click on the object, you will directly get that curvy arrow, because you have chosen curve. That's why it's curve. I have round, it's rounded. You reset, it defaults straight. Now you do need a URL. So let me write a URL called, suppose, cloudsprint.in. Okay, my user is going to open that cloudsprint.url, and then you can choose the style if you like it. Next is load balancer. I want to give a name of load balancer, that this is the name of my load balancer. So app lb https is the name of my load balancer. Click on the object, arrow will come, just click on the arrow, it will create an arrow for you. So this is the communication, VPC to VM1, which is service app, and then service app UI, basically the front end layer, and front end layer will talk to the API layer. That's your architecture. And this API layer will VM will talk to persistent disk and fetch data from there. That's your design so far, so anybody can visualize it. Next is your database. Database name is data. Cloud storage name is suppose store data. Now your app UI and API VM both are talking to store data and data. So you can just simply drag it. You can re-drag it to store data. So API UI is talking to both your storage layer, and your API is API is talking to stateful data, which is a persistent disk. So very quickly you can search the explore. When you click on export, zoom will be 100%, no border width. Let's keep it everything default. I'll click on export just to see that how is the output. You can check on device. When you click on device, let's open the output and see how it is. Here you go. You have this exported. This can be used in any PPT, in your presentations, in your architecture documents, right? And no more, you don't have to work on whiteboarding sessions. You can just use this tool to discuss your ideas, present it to the team. That's the benefit of this tool. Second part of it, suppose I already have created few diagrams and I want to open it. The extension of the file is draw.io. So these three diagrams I have created in my few videos, GCP series which I'm working on. You can check them out as well. For suppose today I want to open GCP org and make a change over there, or just see what are the components I've used. I'll select that particular file, upload it. You can see this. You have already that opened. You can make any change in that if you need to. Now here you see that there's something called get desktop. If you are using it very extensively, I highly recommend you to download it to your local, so you don't face any latency issue, or you don't have to depend on internet for doing anything, because this will download. If you're a Mac user, Windows user, you can download it on your local, and it is absolutely free. Okay, there's no charge for it, and there are limitless opportunity what you can do with this tool. Next thing I want to showcase is that it's completely cloud agnostic. You can work on any cloud. You can create diagrams of any cloud or any use case which you want to present. You can group, ungroup by selecting all. You can drag and drop the things. You can resize it as per your need. You can make multiple diagrams as per your needs. That's the main idea of this particular diagram. You can, again, let's go how to import. This is a very important thing, because how are you going to import something from outside the world? The very interesting part I find is URL. So let's go ahead and pull an image from somewhere. Let me Google AWS logo for now. So I'll go to image and let me click on something. Let's take the AWS one, which is powered by AWS. Yeah, that's from AWS. You can right click. You'll say copy image address. You are copying the URL. Paste it here, import it. Boom. You have imported the URL. You don't have to download it, save it, then import it. You can directly import it from by dropping a URL. So if you have your image saved, stored somewhere in the cloud, you can directly, copy it from there using this particular URL. You need to see the export options. You have humongous offerings. You can make it PNG, HTML. Let's understand how good HTML will look. Let me export it HTML, open it. You can see the quality of image which you'll get if you open it like that. This will go full screen. Yeah. This is how you can just easily export it as PNG, JPG, PDF, HTML, XML. Any way you can export it. You can embed things. As I mentioned, there's limitless opportunity to do anything with this tool. Once you start practicing it, you'll fall in love with it. All right. There's one more example I want to give you. Is IAM2. You'll get two chances if you want to open a new session or in the same window. If you do it new session, you'll be redirected to a new page. 9. This IAM thing also, you can create anything. This is just for just basic 3 examples which I have shown, which I have created, but I completely work with it. You have miscellaneous thing, you have advanced features, like you can make all these decision making charts, you have good arrows, you have good basic tools. You can also work on any cloud, as I already mentioned, right? So this is, I highly recommend this tool for your all use cases, and either you are on Azure, GCP, IBM, Oracle, AWS, you will love this tool, because it's very easier to go to your security, your architecture team, your own team, go ahead and discuss this. All right. You have a diagram in place. It's very easy to discuss and agree on a decision, rather than just every time by going to a whiteboarding session. Right. I really hope you like this video. If I added value, subscribe to my channel for such content. Thank you very much for watching Cloud Sprint. Have a good day ahead. Thank you.